yeah, so welcome back to my channel. Today we have Peaches and we are going to teach her mommy how to groom her and make this video so she can watch it over again.
If you don't already use NuVet, be sure to click the link in the description or use our code to order. I have another video coming about why we love NuVet and the benefits of using the great supplement.
Thing, pull down, scoop up.
When you said the tightest setting, you mean the shortest of it?
Yeah, the closest the blades come together, yeah. I forgot to start recording, so on the body all I did was the same guard. I'm using a 7, which is a 7/8 inch. And I just went along her body here as close as I could to where her head starts, and I just went down. And I took off all the bulk that was on her body here. So there's still a little bit left where I gotta even her out, but and next time also with the blow dryer, we'll do a little higher speed as well. I think I mentioned that to you earlier. So with the higher speed you get, because you can kind of see in their coat where they kind of still have like a wave and it's kind of sitting. When you do that higher speed, it just like, they look like a cotton ball, it just fluffs it out. So when you go over, it's nice and even as well. You're so good, you're so good. Hi. Good job. Yeah. Yes. And same thing, I'll go to her head. Yeah, her ears are a lot tinier than his too. And I'll comb this down. And I'm just going straight across. I'm just getting a nice even line across so they can start growing together evenly. It's a very little hair that really comes off until it gets even. And since she's tolerating a little more, I'll actually lift the ear up and I'll come underneath her here to take out this hair that's right next to her ear. Same thing on this side. Just lift the ear up. Go right next to the you can see the hair that's left behind sometimes. It's coming off now. That's good. Same thing. Brush it down. You're so cute. Keep it standing up. Are you my dog? Are you my? Because you look like your mama. Did she go here? Huh? What happened? She go here? I need you to go. I know. I think you're all because you look exactly like her. Pretty good. Do you look here? I'm gonna see if she. I'm not gonna bother with her ear either because I can see already that she's. Sit down, sweet girl. Hi. You handsome guy? Coming to check it out? What's the thing? I was check out the ears. Sometimes you can kind of see better with her, so I'm just rounding these. So it's very little hair still because it's still kind of growing out evenly. But just make sure there's not like, see, like you can see on this one, it's a little less rounded. I wish I was ambidextrous sometimes because it would make life so much easier. He's not want to be in and out. You're such a good girl, you know that? Huh? Ooh, toys. And same thing, I'm just following the contour for little tiny legs. They're so little. This one's enough at the edge that I can just snip it off because it's a little mat there. You're so good. You're so good, you know? You show up, and that's okay. You show up. This is how you do it. Okay? This is how you do it. And I just put my hand back there. I'm just feeling where her little leg is so I can shape it accordingly. And then we'll do the other side.
You love her little boot.
Yeah,
little white
so
boot.
cute, yeah. Yeah, Sophia, all her paws are, she has little socks, some color socks. This one. You're a little wiggly, but not so bad. Hi, Maxwell. I knew you were playing me. I knew you'd like to be here. I always feel bad with my husband because he loves coffee. And I've just never been a fan of coffee.
You make it for him.
Yeah, I try to sometimes because he switches it up. He loves all kinds of coffee, so he doesn't have like one specific way that he likes coffee. It just varies by his mood. So it's funny because sometimes I'm like, okay, I think I put enough. And she just kind of has some like chest hair that I'm just gonna trim just enough. I don't want you to fall off that end, okay? And then same thing, I'm gonna comb the hair out to the side so I can take off some of the bulk maybe. Oh, look it. Your dainty little paws, I love it. You're so tiny. I know, I know. Yeah? You're so good. You're so good. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl, Peaches. Yeah. How'd you look so good, huh? Does that make your eyes? We can try scissors on them too. Let's try scissors. Let's try scissors. Can you sit? Alright, that works too. What if I get the clipper like this? Huh? That's how your mama does it. Let's see. Let's just take some of this hair out, okay? So she's tolerating scissors a little more, so I'll do scissors. Eventually I'll work up to just doing the clipper because it literally takes a couple seconds just to trim off that little section there. But if they need scissors in order to clean that up, I'll oblige for the first time. And then a little hair sticking up here.
Okay, Peaches. Good girl,
So
Peach.
good. Hold on, I just need to look a little more here. You're watching your sister. Just one little area. Okay. I don't want to do. Don't get shut down. Please, please, please. Go back. Okay. That's part of making these videos. Like, how do I focus and make sure my video is recording?
When you're working.
Yeah. And I'm like, especially something new and it's something I've done 1,000 times. But new puppies are always like, how do I focus on my puppy? And then same thing, I'm just gonna follow the way that the hair grows. She's a girl, so I can just follow all the way straight down. With the boys, when they're puppies, you want to be careful because they're boys. And then the hair, I'll just take this and kind of go to the side here to maybe clean up so it's not just hanging long here because it grows unevenly here too.
Good girl, Peaches. Good girl.
Okay. And I just go right next to the legs because that's where the girls feed. And I just kind of scoop out some of that hair. Okay. I'll let you put your leg down. And then for girls, I'll lift up here to kind of scoop out this hair. And then same thing as what I showed you on him. I just go right next to it and take off some of that hair. So whenever they lick themselves, there's not a whole lot of hair for them to have to clean. And then I do the same thing on the other side. I just lift and go right next to it. Yeah, you can inspect. You can inspect. Oh, look, you have a little hair. That works too. So that way it's nice and clean down here. So I just took my clipper in here and just scooped some of this out so when she squats, it's out of the way. An easy way, you can use the scissors, or sometimes I just put my hand behind it and then kind of trim off what's kind of uneven here. So I get a nicer finish. Oh yeah, okay.
Good girl, Peaches.
You're so good. So then I'll have a little bit nicer line down here.
Mm-hmm.
When I was first learning, all I saw was like scissor videos all the time, and I was like, scissors are tricky because those things will, especially when they move a lot, I just feel like scissors get really difficult, and I just want something easy.
Plus it must take longer too, right?
Yeah, it does, definitely does. Just this, I saw something here, Peaches. I saw something here. Take it off. And the clippers are just so much easier. Once they get used to it and you're able to just kind of zoom through a groom, it feels like you're so light compared to him. Like him was like, ugh, lifting him up. Same thing, I'll just comb them out and then choose a little bit more hair to round out. And then you just try and keep your scissor tilted in. There's Yep, they're in my nose now. Mm-hmm. It's glorious. That's not the scissors. And I try not to hold them too much so that they can get used to staying still on their own and correcting them to sit in the middle of the table so they get used to that, because the edge of the table stresses me out. We don't want anybody to go off the edge, huh? That looks pretty cute. At the bottom, like we did him, just cut off the top and then I'll go right next to it. Perfect. You're so good. You're so good.
Peaches, yay!
And then same thing, because we just did the legs, I'll just go into them a little bit to kind of blend them in, just the hair. I think this is the longest I've ever done like the comb. I think this is the longest comb actually. But as they grow more even too, if you want them a little longer than this, we can also do, or if you decide you want them shorter, shorter's obviously easier to maintain and to cut. But if you want them a little longer than this, then we can let them get to a certain length, and then we can just, I can teach you how to just scissor the whole body.
Okay.
Which takes a little bit of time, but once you get it down, it's pretty easy, because it's more like a trim than a full-on haircut. Because they get to a certain length, and then you just kind of maintain that length. These are right. That's easy. And let's see what's me. Just one Let's see. There we go, perfect. You can see it there, hanging out. There we go. I just like to look at them after to make sure I'm not like leaving one side overly long. They still have a nice little length to them. So if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I only plan on more videos, so thank you so much for watching.